Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a story for you here today titled Wife Gets Brutally Humbled After Asking What Do You Bring to the Table to her husband. This is something that I've noticed about a lot of modern day women, guys, and part of the reason why men are just refusing to marry them or have relationships with them oftentimes is that there is such little gratitude for men these days. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, men can be out here paying the bills, doing everything by the book, providing, protecting, and so on. And yet you will still have these women who are like, yeah, well, what else have you got? What do you bring to the table? What is it that you're doing? Meanwhile, the dude's carrying the entire damn relationship on his back and the woman's incredibly entitled. It's insane. And to me, guys, it explains why a lot of guys are not interested in dating modern day women, man. Okay, it's because they have these expectations of men, and oftentimes the men are doing a lot and the women are not. They're providing very little in return. So let's jump into the story here and see what's going on. But guys, before we jump into today's story, just a quick reminder that I have set up a second channel where I will be recording daily videos or thereabouts once again of women over on TikTok. I know a lot of you guys enjoy this video style, but to be honest, it's very headache inducing to make. So I will be making one video a day roughly over on the second channel. If that interests you guys, make sure you go and check out the second channel. I'm going to leave the link in the video description. It says, I'm 40 and she is 36. We have been married for 9 years. We have no kids, just careers, hobbies, and what I thought was mutual respect. Okay, so it doesn't look like these two are actually even going to have kids at this point. She's 36. It turns out that respect had a limit, and I found it the day that she decided to throw one of the most condescending questions I've ever heard at me. Over the past year or so, she started to get this attitude. She got promoted at work, started earning more. Great, I supported it, he says. But along with that came this subtle change in how she spoke to me. More passive-aggressive comments, rolling her eyes when I talk about my consulting business. I work from home, he says. Complaining that she was doing everything when I handled all the finances, the cooking, and even took care of her parents when they visited. He says, I chalked it up to stress, bad days, etc., but one night it came out in full. Okay, so check this out, okay? This woman is developing a sense of entitlement. Why? Because she's making more money now, okay? She goes out there, she's making money, she's making more than maybe she ever had, and she comes home and she sees her husband, how dare he, working from home, okay? So she starts to feel entitled. She starts to feel like she can do better. And so we get this attitude, guys. And like, if there's anything that will drive men away incredibly quickly, I'm telling you right now, it's having an attitude, especially when the dude is not only handling all the finances, but the cooking as well. Okay? It's like, this guy is doing everything. Oh, but Taylor, what about the cleaning? Shut up, man. This guy's handling the finances. Okay? These people wouldn't have a roof over their head if it wasn't for this guy. And she can't even be bothered to do the cooking. You know what I'm saying? But now, because she gets a promotion, even though she's not paying the bills, she thinks that she can act all high and mighty. Let's jump down here. We were having dinner on a quiet night, nothing dramatic. She was scrolling through her phone and came across some podcast clip about men needing to bring more to the table. She laughed and looked at me, and then she said it word for word. So what do you even bring to the table anyway? How about this, guys? How about this as a response? You say, you know what? I don't bring anything to the table. In fact, why are you here? In fact, pack your bags right now. Guys, like, women love to pull this disrespect stuff and then just like try and pass it off as some sort of a joke, especially after having attitudes for long periods of times and, disrespecting the man and things like this. They'll throw out jabs like this and they'll think that it's funny. Right? And it's just not. It's just disrespectful. She said it like a joke, like a casual jab, he says, but her tone was not playful. It was dismissive and it was mocking. I paused, I put down my fork and looked her in the eye. She smiled like she thought I'd stammer or deflect. Instead, I answered her. He says, I laid out the full list Okay, so check this out. Let's have a look at the full list of what this man is doing. He says, "You want to know what I bring to the table? Sure. I built this house before we even got married." So this guy not only pays for them financially, right? Looks after her financially. He also built the damn house. So this guy, like, you know what I mean? That a lot of guys these days, man, you tell them to build a house, they like, this is, I have a lot of respect for people that build houses, guys, because I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something I'm capable of doing. Many men are not capable of doing it. This guy built his own damn house, guys. To me personally, I would consider that impressive. And then on top of that, he's handling the finances as well. He says, "Your name's on it now because I put it there. I pay the mortgage in full every month without missing a beat." Okay, so it sounds like he paid to have the house built. Maybe he didn't build it himself, but at the very least, you know, he's got a mortgage, he's paying for the mortgage, and he had it built, I suppose is what he means. He says, "I handle all the bills. I handle the insurance, I handle the taxes, I handle the car payments, both of our car payments, so at least 2 cars here. I cook, I clean," so he's cleaning as well. "I manage the repairs. I even maintain your parents' old place when they're out of town. I supported you while you went back to school and never asked for a thing. And while you're at it, I never disrespected you, talked down to you, or made you feel like less of a woman." This right here, guys, is like all of the crap that she took for granted. You know? And it's not like, dudes don't even like saying this stuff. They really don't, because they're not here. You know, when men do stuff like this, it's not to hold it over women. You know, it's not to be controlling or to be patriarchal. The reason why the dudes are paying the bills is because they care about the women and they want to look after them and they want to look after their families. That's why dudes pay the bills, you know? And a little bit of gratitude goes a long way. And dudes don't do these things so that they can hold it over women. Okay? But this woman doesn't even recognize any of the things that he does. You know, he's not going to go around listing it or anything like that, but she doesn't even, she can't even see it. She doesn't even acknowledge it. He says, "She was dead silent. I wasn't raising my voice. I wasn't angry. I was calm, steady, and exact." And then I finished with this. "So before you ask me what I bring to the table, maybe ask yourself if you even noticed the damn table you were sitting at was built by me." Okay, so maybe, I don't know, maybe he did make the, you know, build the house. He built the table. So, hey, I don't particularly know, but at the end of the day, this dude is doing a lot. Right? And guys, in before this woman tries to do the gaslighting thing where she says, "Oh, it was just a joke, you know, like, why are you taking this so seriously? It's just a joke." And the thing is, it's not about the joke, guys. It's about the disrespect that comes behind this crap. You know what I mean? Like, people try and slip this stuff in all the time. They'll be incredibly disrespectful, and then they'll try and downplay it as a joke. And like, you as the dude, you're just supposed to sit there and you're not allowed to have an issue with it, because if you have an issue, then you're like highly sensitive, you know, and you're overreacting and you just get gaslit to hell about it. He says, "The smug look disappeared. She started backpedaling, said that she didn't mean it like that." Yeah, there we go. Claimed she was just trying to be funny. Tried to say it was from a TikTok clip and she thought we could laugh about it. I didn't laugh. I stood up, I cleared my plate and went off to my office. She followed me, still trying to spin it. But I had already decided something. This wasn't about one comment. This was about how she'd come to view me. She didn't see a partner anymore. She saw a man to use and mock once she felt like she had leveled up. So again, this is not the only comment that this woman has made, right? She's been continuously doing this, having this attitude for an extended period of time, ever since that she got the promotion at her work. He says, "For the next few weeks, I stopped doing the extra things. No more groceries already stocked when she got home. No more booked reservations, surprise date nights, or laundry folded on Sundays. I didn't stop being respectful. I just stopped serving someone who didn't value it, and she noticed. She started asking if I was mad. I just told her no, just adjusting the effort to match the appreciation." Oh boy. Yeah, so what he's saying here is, because she doesn't appreciate anything, he's not going to be doing anything. Honestly, fair enough. Makes complete sense to me, guys. And again, these dudes aren't asking for a lot. They're just asking to not be disrespected. You know, bit of gratitude would go a long way, and don't disrespect him. But so many people, guys, like, they have such a problem with this, like, just following that. They just can't follow it. He says her job started demanding more out of her, long hours, stressful deadlines. Suddenly she was burning out. One night she said, I don't know how you work from home and keep everything balanced. I said nothing. Another night she admitted that she'd been harsh, that she thought making more money would make her feel powerful, but all it did was show her how little she understood about real partnership. That she missed the version of us where we respected each other. I don't know why she's saying this, given the fact that she's the one who disrespected him. You know, oh, I miss when we respected each other, says the person who threw out the disrespect in the first place. Insane. He says, she asked what I brought to the table, and I answered in a way that she'll never forget. Not with shouting, but with silence and subtraction. Sometimes it takes yourself away from someone. Sometimes it takes taking yourself away from someone for them to see your value. Yeah, and this is the thing, guys, is like, women only typically truly understand this stuff when the men just stop doing the things that they were doing. You know, or when the men say, you know what, enough is enough, I'm going to leave. And then all of a sudden it's a bunch of tears and like, oh, how can I do better? And all of these, and then they become understanding. You know, the understanding doesn't come before the man draws the boundary. You know, because again, you allow this stuff to happen and it only gets worse and worse over time. But guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Do you think that this guy should have divorced her, or do you think this is kind of par for the course of having a long-term marriage and things like this? Let us know your comments down below. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.